Thanks for joining me today. My name is Sandra from Laser Love. I'm also in charge of Create in Spain, but that one is a more general crafting channel, and this one is set up specifically for people using lasers. So at the moment, I'm using Xtool Creative Space because I have an Xtool S1 and I have a drawing here which I did in Procreate on my iPad of a hedgehog wearing a Christmas hat. I want to make it into a little ornament. Now, it could either be for earrings, it could be for a fridge magnet, it could be just for a gift tag, it could also be a little badge to wear at Christmas. It's quite a cute little hedgehog. And I wanted to see what different methods of engraving and cutting out would do for this particular design. So if you have a PNG which has a transparent background, you don't necessarily need to trace the drawing depending on what you want to do with it. So what you can do, if you just want a cut outline for it, you can go to outline and it will put an outline on for you, and I'll tick that one off, and you can just confirm it, and then you can see that there is a cut outline here. And if we go to the layers, you can see there is a vector and there's an image. If I turn the image off, it disappears, and turn it back on again. So you can see that it has put a cut outline around it. Now this might be useful if you are doing print and cut, for example. It's useful to be able to do that if you're making stickers and so on and so forth. I do have another video which I think I've put on this channel now, which is about actually doing print and cut with the S1. So basically you can send your design to the printer like you would if you had a normal blade cutter, a plotter, vinyl cutter, whatever you like to call them, but you can actually do it on the S1. But you do need to make some minor adjustments, and I have a video on how to do that. So this is the design that I'm using, and I've already cut them out. But all you need to do with this sort of thing is to set your lines to either cut, engrave. I just wanted to try it and see what the result would be. Let's go for the image and adjust. And you can turn that into grayscale, like so, and make it as dark or as light as you wish. Obviously with this you won't want to make it too dark because everything would disappear, and I think I put it back to something like that when I did mine. This is the first version that I cut out. I just engraved it and then cut around the edge, and as you can see you have a basic idea, but detail is lost for the holly simply because there's no colour in it. This is version number 2, and I've used some acrylic markers to colour it in. Not bad, but a word of warning, because this is engraved and therefore a little rough, it's going to be a bit hard on your acrylic markers. So not something I would recommend doing particularly. So here we have another version. Now this was just straightforward line drawing of the image that I had before, no colour in it. And I had traced it in different software. I actually traced it in Shortcuts a lot, and that will give me just the cut lines that I needed, or the engraved lines that I needed, and then I just put an offset on it to cut it out. So this is okay, a little bit of burning on there, but that is fine. And the last one, this is an experiment which I don't know will work, so you're going to find out at the same time as me. I can't find a blue painter's tape in Spain, not locally, and if I put a normal masking tape on, it's so close to the wood colour it's really difficult to tell when you got it all off. So this is just sticker paper. This is a cheap sticker paper that I purchased from Amazon, and I applied it over the top. I'm going to see if it will actually peel off and to see whether it's done the engraving. Well, it's peeling off okay, that's not a problem. I think this has actually worked quite well. At least I can see it to peel off. Yep, this is coming off fine. And there we can see we have a perfect engraved design with none of the burn marks on it, so that has worked probably, I think, the best of all. What you can do is get some, tack it over and over, which is what I class as a two-way glue. It's a glue that dries tacky, and it's very good stuff. Card makers will probably be familiar with it, but it dries tacky and it doesn't leave any marks. So you put it on the back of your little badge, you allow it to dry, and then it will still be sticky. So if you're wearing a Christmas sweater, you could still put it onto your sweater or a child's sweater, and there would be no pins involved, and it would just stay there until it's pulled off with no adverse effects. I've coloured the last two. Now this is the one that had the white sticker paper over it when it was cutting and engraving, and this is the one that didn't. This one is very slightly darker on the edges than this one, and I guess the main difference is going to be that you stand less chance of getting dirt on your pens if you put the paper over before you cut and engrave. So that's what I see the main difference as being for that. Now I'm going to let these dry a little while. I will coat one of them with some UV resin and give it a really nice gloss and show you the result of that. But yeah, a fun little project to do. Children would quite like colouring these in with these little acrylic markers. Now Shortcuts Lot is a software that I use all the time with my machines, my normal cutting machine, but it creates SVGs, so basically you can use it to design for anything else that takes an SVG, as the X-Tool indeed does. So you can import the SVG ready done and basically just assign, cut, engrave or score to it, and that's it. I will put a link down below to the video that I've got for print and cut, because the other option is you could simply cover an entire sheet of wood with a sticker paper that has already been printed with your design and then cut them out. But you would need to do the print and cut for that because the placement needs to be exactly right. So I'll leave you a link for that and you can watch that if you wish. Okay, that is it for today. Thanks for watching. Take care.